What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back in the building today, guys, with the review of the upcoming Nike Air Force One Concrete Boys. Now, guys, we have it in full effect, the official release of the Air Force One and Lil Yachty collaboration of the Concrete Boys. If you guys don't know what the Concrete Boys is, that is Lil Yachty's label, and this shoe itself symbolizes the Concrete Boys, but more so even Lil Yachty himself. He has always been a big-time sneakerhead, and I would say a sneakerhead before he was an artist. And with that said, this collaboration meant a lot to him, that he officially got that recognition and that partnership in collaboration alongside with Nike. Now, these released as a small drop already on, I believe, like Yachty's channel, but is a global release on December 2nd. And the retail price point on these will be $130. To some people out there, they may just think this is a pretty classic or a pretty basic Air Force One featured in an all white, but I see a little bit more. I see a little bit of just the overall nostalgic piece of it being an Air Force One, and Lil Yachty pretty much decking out the OG Air Force One that he grew up once loving and making it a little bit of his own. And you see that throughout this entire shoe with one, of course, the big elephant in the room is the Concrete Boys logo with the concrete, hammer as the stickman hammering down alongside with it. You also have the C with the Concrete Boys featured there as well as the logo. And then It's Us on the hang tag alongside on the tongue, which is one of Lil Yachty's famous and favorite quotes or ad-libs. You also have It's Us, and I think I might have said that, forgive me, but on the insole as well, which is decked out like in a baby blue, and then white It's Us labeling. Nike Us it's called, my bad, the Nike Us Force One white midnight navy. And one of the big parts that I stated before in the previous video that I really did like about this particular pair was that OG Air Force One metal piece right there on the bottom of the tongue, or on the lace itself. Growing up in Atlanta, going and buying Air Force Ones, whether it's at the thrift store, which maybe more than likely were some fakes, but also at Foot Locker on that first day of school as I gotten older and gotten some more money. These are the Air Force Ones that I grew up wearing as a kid, and they featured that old school little bit of like a oval shape on the 82 alongside with the AF1 logo. Later on swapped over for a rectangular logo that we now have since then. These kind of embody an old overall nostalgic classic look of Air Force Ones, but the fact that Yachty himself is from Atlanta, it also pays a little bit alongside with that as well. It's a very subtle shoe, I get it, and to some people that's just not enough for a collaboration. I get that as well, but at the same time, when you look at brands like Supreme and what they did with the Air Force One with the little Supreme sticker on the side, or even, for instance, you had Rockefeller, right? They did their records. Rockefeller Records had a collab, very basic as well. And even Terror Squad, that was black and white, but still basic alongside with their logo in black and white. So I'm not really hating on them. And the $130 price point is only a $15 premium compared to that of a typical Air Force One low that is now going for $115. Maybe I'm being a fanboy or whatever you want to call it. I honestly think, though, that the quality of the leather as well is a thicker and more premium leather quality on this Air Force One, especially compared to previous. You can even see the thickness on the paneling of the shoe, as well as on the grain of the leather, that this is a slightly better piece of Air Force One than your typical pairs of Air Force One. And I support Yachty. He's a fellow ATLN native, as ATLian native, and I want to always show support to people like that, whether I know them or not. At the end of the day, Atlanta is definitely a place that it's not easy to get out of. So when you get these type of moments, salutes to him on that, you feel me? And he's within a circle of friends of mine that he's not unreachable if ever wanted to do something along with him. He's also a part of ATATF, salutes to KO. He's always been a sneakerhead and always been a part of the sneaker culture, and salutes to him on that. Him and Bima, my guy Bima as well, did get into it about this sneaker because Bima thought the shoe was extremely basic and thought it didn't have enough flair for it being, Lil Yachty's first sneaker. And I can respect that. I'm not here to fight people's opinions. I respect people's opinions, but I have my own opinions, and my own opinions are not swayed by other people's opinions. So with that said, is it a crazy sneaker of the year? Is it even top 10 sneaker of the year? Nah, I think the fact that the partnership itself is better than the shoe. Seeing Yachty get this and then seeing the response from it is dope. And I think that that next sneaker, alongside with the more that will come along with it, is where we're gonna start to see Yachty get in his bag and get even a little bit more deeper into it. So I think it's dope overall. And regardless of how people feel, these will definitely sell out come December 2nd, wherever they end up going. Select Nike retailers will be having their hands on these, and these definitely will be people, you know, trying to get their hands on these bad boys. The box it comes in is your standard, well, not really standard, it's like an OG Nike box. Right there, Nike, open it up. You got also that same overall logo featured on there with the paper. And hey man, Nike Us Ones in full effect, December 2nd. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section on that one. And I'm ending you guys and girls off with an on-foot review. Peace.